Now, I watched every season of the original Daredevil show on Netflix. And let me just say, that was the best superhero show I have ever seen. So you best believe when I heard that they were making Daredevil Born again on Disney Plus, I was so excited. However, I saw Disney fumble after fumble after fumble with shows and movies, so I was kinda scared. But after watching episode 1 of Daredevil Born again, we are so back. And to celebrate that, in this video we're going to the Daredevil filming locations in real life. We're gonna start this video in New York City in the hustle bustle of Times Square. In the trailer for Daredevil Born again, they're in Times Square and it's like a shot like this. And behind me, there's a bunch of people, it's like New Year's or something. And on the billboards up here, there's Wilson Fisk.
Thank you, New York. It's humbling to be sitting here, speaking to you as mayor this evening. Beginning of the new year, and most importantly, a new era for the greatest city in the world.
But yes, on this big billboard up here, and a couple of these smaller billboards, they had Wilson Fisk's face posted up on there. I think that they're going to use it probably for him and his campaign to become mayor, honestly. But we'll see what they end up doing up to this show. I haven't watched it myself yet. They might have already posted it, but we'll see.
We don't need a gun-toting vigilante who wears a skull on his chest, or a man who dresses in a spider outfit, or a guy who wears devil horns to save us. No.
Times Square was fun, but it's time to go to the real Hell's Kitchen. We're leaving the big city of Manhattan, or leaving Times Square, going down to Hell's Kitchen, home of Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil. Yeah, it's definitely a lot more calm, a lot more low-key. Buildings are smaller, you know, we got like some 3-4 story buildings compared to skyscrapers 3 blocks away. I don't see it there, but it's interesting. Well, it's tripped over the curb, minus 100 Dora, but it's nice, nice change of scenery, honestly, you know? Alright, right behind me, this is the new Nelson, Murdock, and Paige law offices in the show. They actually put the street, they leaked the street number, which is right over here, and then based off the street number, street number is over there, but based off the street number, you look around at the surroundings and match it to this right here being their law office, which is pretty cool. For the next location, we're going to the King's Palace. That right there is Kingpin's hotel. IRL is actually New York Law School. Here it is.
I was wondering if we could have a little chat.
Yeah, I'd be delighted. It's been some time, hasn't it?
And that talk that Matt and Fisk had leads us right to our next location. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're in the Square Diner right now. In season 1, this is where Karen meets with Ben. And then season 2, this is where Daredevil meets with Elektra. And then most importantly, in the new show, Daredevil Born Again, in the trailer, this is where Fisk and Matt were meeting. Like this. You're fit, you're the villain.
Thank you for finding the time.
I'm not Fisk, I'm not the villain. He's the villain, I'm the superhero.
I'm Matt, Daredevil. But yeah.
Well, I'll admit, it's not entirely unpleasant to see you again.
Well, I will admit, it's not entirely unpleasant seeing you again.
Now you're the villain, bro. That's what he said.
Oh my God. Cut.
You're keeping tabs on me.
No, I'm not. I'm just call it professional curiosity.
This is the superhero Antonio Robinson.
I'm blind though.
By the look of it, you've come up in the world.
I could say the same about you.
Thank you.
In the show, they were actually one booth over, so they'd be fitting right there.
I've never been to this place before. I miss Becky's Diner.
Me too. Yeah, I don't make it to Hell's Kitchen much these days.
Neither do I.
You enjoying your food, Wilson Fisk?
You're a real man of the people now.
A rich man, by his very nature, is self-serving. A mayor serves his city.
Huh.
You don't seem entirely convinced.
You blame me?
Bro, in the show, he's blind, but every season he pulls a different baddie, bro. But he's blind, though.
But how you know they're baddies?
Bro, I don't know how he knows, but he knows what he's doing because...
He's averaging 40! Over 18, 19 games! He's dropped 35, 29, 50, 32, 47, 35, 35, 39, 41, 45, 41.
Is it the
Every
Ray Charles effect?
Right.
The Ray Charles, he would feel the woman's wrist, and he was like, "Oh, you bad." If it's like this, he's like, "Oh, you bad." But then if he felt that he couldn't get his fingers to touch, he's like, "Ooh."
Nah, but yeah, every season, Ray he's pulling dimes, right? 10 out of 10.
That's the Ray Charles method.
Right, bro. I don't know how he does it, but we'll see who he pulls this season. But anyways,
Let me know.
on to next location.
Let me know.
In the show, season 2, what's it called? Karen, she was compromised. She needed to go to a FBI safe house, so I kept her in this hotel up here.
Room's been checked. It's clear.
In the show, they showed her, she was like in the parking deck, and then, she was just looking, and then she's trying to escape through the parking deck to meet up with, what's it called? Punisher.
You're not gonna get it.
Honestly, that looks like a pretty accurate place, you know? That looks like a place that FBI would store you up in the Daredevil show. This is the public opinion sidewalk where Matt was eavesdropping on people's conversations about Fisk in the first episode. Yeah, it's around here. I saw that there was a pizza sign in the trailer. There was a pizza sign that we just passed IRL. So it is on the same street right here. Angle. And then, yeah, you see the pizza sign. You see some skyscrapers in the background. And this is actually the perfect angle for the show. See, this is neat. If you look at the original show, a lot of it wasn't actually filmed in Hell's Kitchen. A lot of it was filmed in other locations, like in the Bronx and in Queens. But in the new show, Born Again, they're filming a lot of it in the actual Hell's Kitchen, which is a unique switch. Yeah, so it's an interesting twist, but it is actually where Daredevil, the comic hero, was supposed to be. That's where Daredevil patrols in the comic, so it's pretty cool to see the change up. Up here we got this. This is the courthouse from the Daredevil show. A lot did happen at this courthouse in general.
I'm Karen Paige. I'm here to make a statement.
Let her
We
speak.
have all been lied to. The man who is wearing the Daredevil suit is not the real Daredevil. He's an imposter who is helping Wilson Fisk take back control of New York's criminal underworld.
Yes. Oh, but this is also, I think the Frank Castle trial was in this courthouse too, right behind me. I gotta dump that shot.
This city's been sick. Frank Castle wanted to help, but he took it too far. He's not a common criminal. He's not malicious in intent. Frank Castle is actually a good man.
I want you to know that I do it all again. This is a circus, all right? It's a charade, it's an act. There's bullshit about how crazy I am. I ain't crazy. I'm not crazy. Down, I did it because I liked it. Hell, I loved it. I'm sitting here, I'm just itching. I'm itching to do it again. And you think what? You think you're gonna send me to a nut house? Some doctor, they're gonna get me to stop from doing what I want to do? Well, that ain't happening. Not on my watch. You people, you call me the Punisher, ain't that right? The big bad Punisher.
Now, back when I first watched season 2, you know, Punisher vs. Daredevil, I was low-key team Daredevil, and I wasn't a fan of the Punisher. But as I grow older, I can actually see some of the Punisher's arguments. Now, I saw the trailer and I've heard rumors of the Punisher being in the show again, and I wonder if they're gonna explore a darker side to Daredevil, the side that the Punisher was talking about in this show, and on this infamous rooftop scene.
What do? You act like it's a playground. You beat up the bullies with your fists, you throw them in jail, everybody calls you a hero, right? And then a month, a week, a day later, they're back on the streets doing the...
I think you're wrong.
Which part?
All of it. I think there's no good in the filth that I put down. That's what I think.
And how do you know?
I just know. Look around, man. This city, it stinks. It's a sewer. I think that this world, it needs men that are willing to make the hard call. That's what I think. I think you and me are the same. We're the same. You know it. Only I do the one thing that you can't. You hit them and they get back up. I hit them and they stay down.
The people you murdered deserve another chance.
What, to kill again, rape again? Is that what
No,
you
Frank,
want?
to try again, Frank.
Finishing off with our court location and the theme of justice, whose side were you on, Daredevil or Punisher's? Alright, what I'm standing at right now on the outside, they got security on the inside. But what I'm standing at right now is the old office building where Foggy and Matt used to work at for their old law firm.
Me and you, pal. We're gonna have big, fancy offices one day with steel and glass and chairs you don't even know how to sit in.
Before they ended up quitting and starting their own law firm because they didn't want the money, they wanted to help people.
For the defense, Your Honor. Defense? I like that. There's money in that.
Oh, come on. Is that all you care about?
No. Truth and justice and all that. Murdock and Nelson, attorneys at law.
Nelson and Murdock. Sounds better.
Me and you, pal. We're gonna do this.
So that was in this office building, right up here, actually.
Look at you still playing lawyer.
What are you doing here?
Look.
You know that's not true.
Yeah, because the law's always about the truth.
I wish I could get the inside view and like frame match it, but they got like a little security in this actual work building. Started a work day, so. In this restaurant right here, it was in a new Daredevil show. We had the White Tiger in a brief moment inside of here. In there, he ended up stopping a robbery. It was just like it was like for a brief couple seconds, but inside the store, you can see on Matt showed a video, and he was just busting up the robbery.
Tiger, they're the future. We're obsolete.
Ah, spare me the dinosaurs' lament. We're the thin blue line, not them.
Wow, walking through New York City, I just think it's even crazier just experiencing it myself. The busyness, the hustle bustle of New York City. I've almost been hit by like 5 different cars today alone in New York City. I think it's just so ironic and crazy that Matt Murdock is supposed to be a blind man in New York City, you know? And that's it for the locations. Based off episode 1, we have a really good show on our hands, and I cannot wait for the rest of this show.
I beat you!
And let's end off with the wise quote from one of our favorite characters.
Dark times indeed.
These Hell's Kitchen nostalgia is running pretty thin with you guys. You realize that, right?
Not nostalgia, reverence for the past, yet hope for the future.
Oh, that is some next level closing argument BS right there.